Hi everyone, it's Taylor from Bofi Farm Rabbitry, and I made this video to talk a little bit about my status since I haven't posted in a while. Alright everyone, so let's talk about this. So, after this year, I will no longer be showing or breeding rabbits. Now, whether I'll get back into it or not, I don't know. I hope to maybe someday. But I graduate college next year and life is getting pretty crazy. But I just wanted to recap my journey a little bit and say thank you to the few people who see this video. So I decided to do this standing up because maybe it'd be a little bit easier telling the story and you can see me a little bit better. But my journey started when I was in 4-H. I got a black mini lop named Blackie. I know, so creative for a 5-year-old. But he kind of fueled my interest in rabbits. And I showed him in the pet show, and he started that journey. He started all of that for me. And then I moved on to, he was still in the barn, and I think I got another rabbit after him, Wilma. And she was also black mini lop, and she was also another amazing rabbit that I had. And then I got a rabbit after her after she passed away, and I got, I believe she was a broken chocolate. She was either like a broken torta or broken chocolate mini lop, and her name was Coco. And Coco was, I believe, the first rabbit I showed in the rabbit show at the county fair. And granted, I knew absolutely nothing about rabbits at this point, but, flash forward to about 2016, 2017, I believe, is the year that I started getting more rabbits. Like, they were just rabbits from various breeds, because I wanted to show more rabbits at the county fair. So I contacted a family friend, and they showed rabbits and all that kind of stuff. And I started showing rabbits that I bought from them. So then this journey continues on, and in 2017, I saw an ad in the Knox County newsletter, at my 4-H County newsletter, and I ended up obtaining a pair of lionheads. Now, they were not quality by any means, but it was my start to the breed. I got my first litter from them in 2018, and I knew absolutely nothing of what I was doing. My barn wasn't in the best condition at the time, but as 2019 rolled around and I started buying more lion heads and started wanting to breed them, I started becoming more ethical in the condition of my barn, the condition of the cages, everything like that. So I started breeding more in 2019. And also in 2019, I got my first Netherland Dwarf. And he was my first Netherland Dwarf. His name was Chester. I got him from a different family friend who raised rabbits. I don't think she raises them anymore, but yeah, it was a very humble beginning. And like I said, knew absolutely nothing what I was doing. My cages are 10 times cleaner than they were 5 years ago. So it's amazing to see how much I improved. In September of 2019, okay, let's go a little bit back. Sorry. In August of 2019, I ended up getting champion senior showman at my county fair because I practiced so hard. And so then a family friend of mine was like, hey, you should show an ARBA. I'm like, what is ARBA? I had no idea what I was doing. So I ended up going to a show, and I followed a friend around who I had gotten one of my first brood does from, brood lionhead does. And so then that was kind of the journey with that. And then I showed at the state fair in rabbits for the first time, in livestock in general for the first time. So my journey kind of goes on from there. I went to NTOP later that year. It's another show. And then in 2020, RHDB2 hit, and just my journey was like not on pause, but I focused a lot on my rabbits at the time because school wasn't going on. I was a senior in high school, and the world was falling apart, it felt like anyway. And I only ended up going to one show that year, and that was in the fall. And I actually ended up getting my first ever best in show ever in rabbits. And it was a really big day for me. I didn't get to spend a lot of time in youth in ARBA, but I'm thankful for the time that I did have, and that was our wonderful, I don't know if I showed him on here at all, but Grand Champion Bovie Farms Thriller, and he will be going to a new home in August, and I'm so excited to see how he does for his new family. So, then, fast forward a little bit to 2021, I ended up going to almost every show in my area, including going to Lionhead Nationals in that April and going to Louisville, Kentucky that fall for ARBA convention. So it was a really big year for me, and I felt like turmoil was going. I felt like I was improving, I was doing a lot better, all this kind of stuff. And, then things kind of started taking a back a little bit. I didn't show as much in 2022. I was very busy with school. And even this past fall, I was super busy, so I only made it to one show. And that was at South Dakota State Convention. And my journey kind of slowed down. I wasn't spending as much time in the barn. Things kind of just halted. I felt like if I went into the barn, I was going to worry about something and things would go wrong. And I don't know. But my journey kind of slowed down, and I spent less and less time in the barn. Then 2023, I'm spending even less time in the barn than I was last year. And part of it is because of college. And I sat back and I kind of realized, kind of after convention in 2021, I got out of Holland Lops and Netherland Dwarfs in 2021, kind of after convention, after I bought a couple of brood does, and I realized that it was too much to have 4 breeds, so I went down to 2. And then, recently, I kind of sat back and did some thinking, and I talked with my parents, and I was like, I'm graduating college next year. It's hard, and I don't want to do it, but I feel like I have to. You know when you feel like you have to do those things, and I feel like it's best for me, best for my animals, and just everyone in general. So my barn is slowly getting cleared out. I will have a few rabbits that I'm keeping back, kind of to live out their lives, and any brood animals, any animals that can potentially be used in a program, I'm trying to, sell them so they can be used somewhere else that isn't here. Very long-winded story, but I want to say thank you to everyone who has been a part of this journey. It has been a journey with so many ups and downs and sideways, and maybe I'll put a little bit of a slideshow of my show journey or something like that. But I wanted to make this, I know this is really long-winded and a long video. Not a long video that I wanted to make, but I talk a lot, so I apologize for that. But again, thank you so much for everyone who has been part of this journey. It is a hard one, but maybe I will be back. I don't know if I'll be making rabbit videos anymore, but feel free to check out any of my rabbit vlogs, videos, showmanship videos for those getting started in showmanship. And God bless, and hopefully we see each other again.